think of any horror movie in the last 10 years, you know what's common between all of them? This guy, Jason Blum. So who is Jason Blum and why is almost every horror movie produced by him? So Jason Blum was born and raised in Los Angeles, after which he went to Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York. There his roommate was Noah Baumbach, who now is a very renowned director, writer and producer in Hollywood. The two of them got close and Blum actually ended up getting financing for Baumbach's first film, Kicking and Screaming, back in 1995. Post this, he worked as a studio executive and in production and eventually started his own company, Blumhouse Productions, in 2000. The goal of the company was to produce micro-budget movies where they gave full creative control to the director.
We give the director more power and more control than they ordinarily have in Hollywood, which usually makes them tell more personal stories or stories that are closer to them. So when you give them that kind of control, they're much more open to taking your ideas because they know they don't have to take the ideas.
Their first theatrical film, Griffin and Phoenix, released in 2006 and was made on a budget of $500,000 and went on to make $1.4 million. A decent start, but post this, they came out with Fever, the Darwin Awards, Graduation, and all of these were duds. And this same formula of his had begun to fail. While they still produced micro-budget films, these weren't getting the visibility to recover even a fraction of their costs. All of this put the company in jeopardy until Jason Blum got his hands on the DVD of this movie called Paranormal Activity. Yup, The Paranormal Activity. Oren Peli, the maker of Paranormal Activity, had been doing rounds at different film festivals with the movie, and the DVD of this movie made its way to Jason Blum eventually. Blum then got in touch with Peli and invested roughly $200,000 to re-edit, brush up and market the movie. The movie was made on an original budget of $15,000, so this in comparison was a sizable amount. Blum then used his network and pushed this movie in various film festivals and circuits where it began to create waves, eventually releasing in theaters and grossing over $200 million. Post this, Blumhouse Entertainment decided to milk this opportunity and go all in on the low-budget horror genre. In the next 3 years, they made Paranormal Activity 2, 3 and 4, each with a budget of about $3 to $5 million and each earning close to $200 million. In the same time frame, they also made Insidious on a budget of $1.5 million, which went on to earn over $100 million, Sinister on a budget of $3 million, which went on to make over $80 million, and soon enough they came out with Purge, budget of $3 million, earning over $91 million. And now, in a span of just 3 years, they had 3 solid franchises: Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and Purge. They have since stuck to this model of low-budget horror, with even their bigger films and sequels typically costing less than $10 million. And in a worst-case scenario, even a low grosser still grosses at least $5 million, having them either break even or just about bear minor losses. Blumhouse Productions since then has produced some of the most iconic horror movies and created some of the most iconic horror movie franchises. And at this point, they produce almost every major Hollywood horror movie that is out there. And it also is beneficial for other production houses to tie up with them, given their brand name and success record. So all this said and done, it would not be wrong to say that at this point, Jason Blum literally controls and dictates the horror industry. And that is basically who this guy is. If you thought the video was interesting, then do go ahead and like and share the video, and also tell me more about Jason Blum or any other personality you'd like me to go ahead and talk about. And well, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with more interesting content. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.